I'm in the mood for some nostalgia, so let's commentate on a video from 3 years ago that I actually liked back then. Looking back at it now though, I have a lot of problems I want to point out. Now, I know that because the video is so old, the criticism I'm giving won't be really fair to give to the person in the video, because after 3 years you're bound to have grown a lot. But I have 3 reasons to why I decided to make this commentary anyways. First of all, people can look back and learn from the mistakes of this video. Second, the arguments used in this video are still arguments I see getting used today. Third, I just thought it would be fun. I want to make more commentaries, and it's hard for me to find content that I actually have problems with that isn't already getting covered. Now, the video is about an hour long, and I won't cover the whole thing. While yes, I do got some problems with the video as a whole, the part I have the most problem with starts at 59:07. The video in question is the Truth Lily Gaia rant IDKY put together. There are a lot of different people talking about their own topics in this video. Either how their relationship was with Truth Lily Gaia, their opinion on her, about her character, criticizing her, or just facts they gathered together about her. And the part I have the most problem with is the criticism part done by this lovely lady, because I just thought it was kind of dumb, so yeah. Let's get started.
Hello to all. I'm going to be talking to you all about a young deviant artist by the name of Truth Lily Gaia, or Kayena, or even Susan. Now, I am not going to be talking about her character. I'm going to be talking about her character in the first part of this. I'm not a very good critiquer as of yet, but I will try my hardest.
But you said you weren't going to talk about her character. But then, right after you said you're gonna talk about her character in the first part. I just thought it was kind of funny. Because even though you don't have a script, if you mess up or say something that doesn't make sense, you can always cut those things out.
The first thing I will talk about is the species. Why is every Sonic character now a hedgehog? Don't you think they're, well, kind of overrated?
I'm kind of tired of people who use this argument. It shouldn't matter what a species a person decides to make their character. The reason why people choose the species they do for their characters is because they enjoy that species the most. The main character, Sonic, is a hedgehog, and Susan's favorite characters, Silver and Shadow, are also hedgehogs. Sonic, Silver, and Shadow are very popular characters, so more people will be attached to their qualities and traits.
I mean, your Susan is a light sky blue hedgehog, just like Sonic, which you said yourself that's why you hated Sonic, because he looks at Susan's breast. Really?
Wait, what? I'm confused. She went on about saying Susan's skin was sky blue like Sonic's, and then says, which you said yourself, that's why you hated Sonic. Which first sounds like she means, that's why Susan hates Sonic, because he's blue just like her. But then she didn't, and said it was because he looked at Susan's breast. People write scripts, or at least have bullet points, because this is what happens when you don't have your thoughts collected. It just gets messy and hard to follow along with, and it's also easier to trail off and kind of mush your thoughts into one sentence.
Why not make her a different species? Why not a dog or a cat? I'm just saying that maybe trying a different species in an animal for your main character would be different, because a hedgehog has been used so many times that people are sick of seeing it.
Once again, this argument. I don't actually think this is a valid critique. Why should it be that you can't make your characters a specific species just because it's overdone and people are sick of it? Oh, well, I'm sick of seeing characters who look like Tumblr users. Okay, that was mean, I'm sorry. I'll get another example. Should people stop making furry OCs that are wolves just because it's overdone? The human race is the most used species for original characters. Should we just stop making human characters because everyone has one? It shouldn't matter what a species a character is, but what you decide to do with that species. Sure, Susan is a sky blue hedgehog, but her hair alone stands out, as well as her body markings. It isn't something a normal Sonic character would usually have, so at least it's trying to do something different.
The next thing I am going to talk about is the skin color of your character. As you can see from my previous sentence, the color of your character is a sky light blue. So your character is a Sonic wannabe. Why?
Or it's her favorite color. It can be as simple as that. Blue is a pretty popular color, so it's not impossible for that to be the case.
You have a very nice way of coloring your pictures. Why make your character the same as an official character of Sega? Don't you want to be unique as you tell everyone? Because to me, when I see your character's skin, all I can think about is a Sonic and Shadow fan child.
Because she probably is?
For my next subject, I will be talking about is, the hair. Dear Lord, help me. Kayana, please listen to me and listen well. I really don't like your main character's hair.
And because I don't like it, you should change it. Oh, well, I can say I personally like it. I think it's creative and cool. You said yourself you aren't a very good critic, so why should she have to listen to you anyways? Susan's hair looks like a lot of fun to draw. Hell, I had a fucking blast drawing her personally.
It's too uncreative.
Uncreative? Really? Then what is creative to you then? I'm really curious, because Susan's hair is nothing like I've ever seen before.
It reminds me of another character from a Sonic cartoon.
Okay, I can't really see any major similarities between the two. Susan's hair is more separated into two big long pigtails with spikes coming out of them, while Brizzy has way shorter hair. And while Susan's hair got 4 main colors, Brizzy only got 1 main color in this picture and 2 main colors in this picture. Now she just talks about the length while getting in the way when she fights, which I got nothing to add to, so I'll just skip ahead a bit. No, okay, post Maya here. I noticed another inconsistency that I thought was kind of funny.
I love that one picture of your character's hair all short. It was still long, but...
I love that one picture with your character's hair all short. It was still long.
My next topic on your character is going to be the body. I don't understand her body type. Her breasts are a size of double D's. Her waist is tiny like a porn star. I understand that you want your character to have the perfect body, but you need to look at a realistic point. No one has that figure.
Oh boy, you all should know how I feel about this point already. You need to look at anatomy. Sure, that would be a valid criticism, if she was going for realism, but she ain't. Susan is a blue hedgehog made to just be sexy. Her body is a fantasy. She isn't supposed to look realistic, just to be fat material for those who likes people with skinny waist, big asses, and boobies.
No one, and I get you use anime as your style, but you do know that even anime artists use realistic models for their art. If you want to be a manga/comic artist, you need to understand the basics of human anatomy. I am sure that even Sega and Archie used base models in their comics.
I mean, I don't think they really need to, because the Sonic characters doesn't represent the humans at all. Like, look at them. Sure, they got arms and legs and they stand on 2 feet, but their anatomy is nothing like the human anatomy. Why should someone use real-life human bodies for Sonic characters? And I can hear you say, "But Susan isn't drawn in the typical Sonic art style. It's more towards the anime art style." Sure, but she isn't drawing her character in a realistic way either, now is she?
I have seen your improvement of your character, Susan. I'm sorry, but she looks the same as she did when you first drew her. The only thing I see personally is that your coloring has improved. That is it.
Just her coloring. Just her coloring, eh? I know you all want to convey the message that Susan doesn't take advice or criticism, and that she needs to improve. But saying she hasn't improved at all except for coloring is both rude and wrong.
And if you think that you can't change your character because they feel or would feel different, take a look at Bugs Bunny or even Mickey Mouse. They've changed in the last 50 years. And they still change to this very day.
She doesn't have to change her character to your liking. And using Mickey Mouse and Bugs Bunny as a reference is... sure, it's the same character that has changed over the years, but it's also different kinds of people who had drawn them during that time. They have also existed way longer than Susan, and honestly, when I compare this image to this image, I see just as much difference as to this image to this image.
The next topic I'm going to talk about is your character's relationship with Shadow and Silver. Now, I don't know much about Silver, because I never played the game Sonic 06. I believe that's what it was called, and I don't plan on playing it. Anyway, why does she have two men? One she is married to, and the other, I think she just uses him as a toy on the side?
'Cause she's a self-insert, and Silver and Shadow is her favorite characters. She wants to be with them both. It's just her fantasy. Enough said.
If you love Shadow that much, why not make him your one and only? And a brand new fan character for Silver. That way you can practice more on designing character development.
But if Susan is her self-insert, she shipped them with herself because she wants to be with them both. Making another character just for Silver would maybe feel like giving him up to someone else. I don't know, it's hard to explain.
Shadow to me, who is a pretty hard cookie to crack, and not how you portray him. You make him drool over your character, even your self-insert, and makes him so creepily perverted that it's not even him anymore. To me, your character would have to work to even gain Shadow's trust and love.
It's just a sexual fantasy because you can't get laid in the real life. Shadow will never change in the actual Sonic the Hedgehog franchise, so it's not hurting anybody.
Where is all the fights that they get into? Or even watching TV together? Or even playing a game? Where is even the development of them actually falling in love with each other? You don't have to make your character sexy or look seductive to get men to like her. All she has to be is herself. She doesn't have to be cuter, sexy, sweeter than any of the official Sega Archie comic characters.
But if that's what being herself is, then... characters can be sexual or sexy without doing it for attention. My own character, Gary, is a very sexual character. That's just who he is. He's a horny piece of shit. And he's just being himself when he flirts with people. And I'm going off script here, but taking another example, if you need a girl, because gender roles, it's not the same to use a male compared to a female. My character, Nadia, is also very sexual and likes to be sexy in front of people. And that's not to get attention or she wants people to love her. It's just because she thinks it's fun. She loves herself and she wants to show off her beautiful body, because it's nothing to be ashamed of. Also, don't forget that Rouge, the seductive big-titted mama bat is also part of the Sonic the Hedgehog franchise.
So, this is my final saying in all this. Kayana, your character Susan is one you are overly protective about, and has to have a very long character sheet. For starters, the character is too overpowered, and your character has no flaws or weaknesses. I understand you want your character to be unique and different. That's okay, but all I see in your pictures are the same sad, emo, happy, cute, sexy situations. You always make her out to be the innocent as innocent can be. But didn't you say that she is an anti-hero / independent woman with the powers of heaven and hell? Oh my god, creative, so creative. 10 out of 10. Best character creations. No, not really.
Why is being unoriginal such a big crime nowadays? Sure, if you don't like these traits, who cares, whatever. But these characters weren't meant to be for you. You can give your opinion on these characters, but if the creators are having fun with these tropes, you can't really force them to change if they don't want to. I'm gonna use my friend Moa's old OC, Moa the Demon, as an example. She's a fallen angel demon thing, who are best friends with the devil, breaks the fourth wall all the time, cannot die, can do anything with just snapping her fingers, and can literally destroy the whole universe if she pleases to. And she got rainbow-colored tips on her wings. While maybe this sounds like a bad character to you, let me tell you, me and Moa have had such a blast role-playing with her. And she isn't going to change just because she's a Marisu. 'Cause we don't care about that. 'Cause we have fun. And some characters are just meant for fun. Now, don't think I'm against the idea. Just because it's for fun, it doesn't make it immune to criticism. And to that, I fully agree. But if someone doesn't want to change those factors, then just let it be. Truthfully, Gaia was a pretty horrible person. And that's fine to call out. All the things she chased, how she scammed people, how she reacted to people when they just tried to help her, or how she literally drew her character Susan killing her ex-boyfriends. But if she doesn't want to change her artwork or OCs, then just let her be. Some people are happy with how things are, and it's not much you can do about it. Trying to force them to change will only make things worse. If they don't want to listen, don't bother talking to them, because you'd probably get more out of just talking to a brick wall. I'll end it here. I don't feel like I got more to say, other than thanks to everyone who joined my contest recently. All the pictures with a name on them are the drawings made for my contest, while the others are done by me. Please, if you liked one of these drawings used in this video, go and give them a follow on Instagram. You can also follow me and commission me on Instagram and DeviantArt if you enjoy my art. I hope you all have a nice day, and goodbye.